Hey family, I'm Stephanie Wade. I'm Blackshear, helping your brothers and sisters in Africa as well as the Creole Grill test. Well, y'all, I'm sitting in my backyard in where? Galveston, Texas, USA. Yes, I'm sitting in the sun, y'all, on my meditation pillow, sitting next to my garden. I'll turn it around before I finish talking to y'all. But right now I'm comfortable, y'all. How y'all doing today? I hope you're doing fabulous. I hope you're blessed, no matter where you are in the world. I hope you're feeling some sun shining on your face too, and feeling the breezes like I'm feeling the breezes right now. Hope you can be around nature and be able to smell the flowers that's around you. I hope so, y'all. Because I can just reach out and touch my things that's around me. Something as simple as this ground cover that you could sit, smell, and enjoy. I wish y'all could smell this, y'all. I wish y'all could. It smells so good. You just can't describe it. You have to be here and smell it. And it looked like it has little seeds to grow some more. And that's fine. It can keep doing it till my whole yard has ground cover that's beautiful like this. Then we wouldn't have to cut the grass. How about that? If they just smothered all the other grass and replaced themselves, that would be wonderful for me. I like them. Leave that there for one of the animals. They'll eat it. We have all kind of ecosystems in this yard. They'll be happy to eat that. But anyway, y'all, if this is your first time to my channel, welcome to my channel. And if you're coming back, welcome back. I'm sitting here looking at this butterfly, y'all. Hold on. This is the first time I was able to be sitting in my garden when the butterfly lit. I hope y'all can see it. It's hard to tell with this lighting, you know, because the camera's like in the sun and it's hard to tell if you're recording it or not. I think that's the butterfly. I hope so, y'all, because I would like to get them. I hope so. I hope I have a little of this butterfly, because it's just right in front of me, y'all. I would like to get closer, but I don't know if I'll be getting rid of the butterfly or not. And I get a little bit closer. And I'm trying to let y'all see what I'm seeing. Butterfly flew away. I hope y'all got to see a little of it. Oh well, that's all I can do is hope. I'll find out on replay if y'all was able to see the butterfly like I did. But this is where I'm sitting, y'all. Right in front of this. This is my garden, and it's just a small raised garden. It's a micro food forest, y'all. And my okra's starting to grow, all of my okra, including my red okra. So my red okra is smaller than the green okra for now. And my mint, they're looking better. The okra looking better too, since I sprayed them with the spray bottle that actually came in the mail. You see, my Okinawa sweet potatoes are just growing wild, because once you plant them, y'all, they keep coming back every year. They keep coming back. and they're resistant to the cold weathers. Just like my boysenberry, resistant to the cold weather. My chocolate mint come back every year. The spearmint I just got this year, so I can't testify to it yet. But I'm gonna let y'all see my strawberries. And they come back every year. When I bought them, I didn't even know that strawberries were resistant to the cold. I thought they died, y'all, because I said they was on their own when the bad weather came. So I was so focused in on the Gambia, y'all, I didn't even notice the poor little strawberries, but that's a strawberry there. And every year it comes back. There's another one down here too, y'all. And I started them off like in this area where my hand is, but they've since migrated to the inside of the bed. And here's also another strawberry plant. And now my boysenberries everywhere too, y'all. And here's the Okinawa sweet potato growing up this side of the fence too. More okra over there. So hopefully I have a good okra harvest, y'all. There's the mat that I'm sitting on. I have two little two little okra plant over here. Don't know if they're gonna make it though, y'all. They don't look too healthy. So we'll see. But I was just testing it because it's on top of the Okinawa sweet potato bed. I can tell I grew up Catholic. I have an angel in my garden. Yeah, we believe in guardian angels, y'all. So clothesline is starting to look beautiful with vines growing. This is just wild vines growing. I think it actually used to be like vines that grew from the people that lived here before us. We cut them down and they keep sending their root systems to underground. So it started off on the other side of the fence. Now it's over on this side. Long as it stays on the old clothesline and look beautiful, that'll be fine. Guys, here's my roses and my little Saliva plant. It doesn't look like it's too happy, but hopefully it will spiff up soon. The roses are definitely enjoying themselves. Down to the littlest bloom on this side. And it always reminds me of my mother. This is bitter leaf. It's really growing, considering it was only a little tiny branch when it started. Just stuck in the ground, y'all. I thought it wasn't gonna make it. And then this is my cherry tomatoes. And they're looking so good, y'all. Look at all these little tiny tomatoes. I bet they're gonna taste so good when they ripen up. And I have them on this broken down chair, so it's reusable, y'all, reusable. A soft planter. And there's, look at there, cherries everywhere. I took some of the suckers off, because I did see it in a YouTube video talking about making your trees and plants have a lot of fruit by getting rid of some of the extra vines that have all the leaves, all the branches that have the leaves but no fruit, taking all the energy from your plant. So I did take some of the suckers off. Look, y'all, the butterfly. I wish I could see it. I don't even know if I'm seeing the butterfly, y'all, because this butterfly is faster than me. This is my plum tree. It's still living and look, sprouting so nicely. My hibiscus in the backyard. I decided to just go on and spontaneously show y'all this while I'm up. Up close and personal. This tree, I don't even know what it is, y'all. And look at all the beautiful wildflowers. And of course my fig tree that's about a teenager now. And the banana trees sprouting new life at the top. I love these banana trees, and they never gave me fruit. Who knows if they will. Well, guys, we got a spontaneous video today. The Spirit led me and I just did it, what I was supposed to do. Now, getting back to me growing up Catholic and having guardian angels in my life as long as I couldn't recall. One of my subscribers was present at my last YouTube live. Shout out to her. She know who she is. It was about DNA testing and family secrets and lies. And I was saying on that video that I would be so happy if somebody found another picture of my dad. Because I said that I felt blessed that I even had that one picture of him, that we had to work so hard to get one of the board members at old Central High School, which was the colored branch of the Rosenberg Library also, to retrieve my father's picture for me out of the high school yearbook and take a picture of it and send it to me in a text. I had to wait till my cousin Lyle came down from Chicago and had him call him and ask him. Some guys are into doing favors for the brothers. So anyway, even though I had been begging him for weeks, he actually responded to my cousin. Shout out to you, Lyle. Call me. But anyway, he did send me a photo. But my dad died at 22, y'all, and that photo is probably 18 at the most. So I just wanted to see him as a young adult and not in just a cap and a gown. Because at this point, he's like my baby daddy, you know? Like, my daddy is younger than any of my children that I gave birth to or adopted. You know, he was so young. And even though we did agree to update on another live, and I still will, y'all, but today I was thinking a lot, even some days ago, about sharing some of the information I found out after that live. One of my sweet subscriber wasn't able to find a picture yet, but she did find a news story that was in a Shreveport paper. Because I only had an accident report, an obituary from the Galveston Daily News. And in that obituary it said, Negro wrestler dies in Louisiana. And they said he was the colored wrestler and champion, blah, 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 in Texas. And that he got his belt at the City Auditorium in Galveston in 1953, which is the year that I was born. Guys, I just assumed that he was in a car by himself. So I had made up all kind of stories of somebody being upset to see him driving a car by himself in Louisiana and ran him off the road, or some other story, some horrible end. But the story that I got from Louisiana said Negro wrestler and 2 women die in car accident. And I'm like, 2 women? I never knew it was anybody else that died with him in that car. And it was a 2-page story, y'all. So I read it. I read it. Started off on the front page. So I read that. Even had a second page, and I read that. Come to find out, he was actually going to Louisiana to embark upon, I guess what you would call the Chitlin circuit for wrestling. You know, the colored wrestlers circuit in Louisiana. And that was his first time going to that circuit to work. And that very day that he died, I guess technically it was the day before he died, he was the first colored wrestler that they noticed. Because if he was wrestling with another colored wrestler, how could somebody be the first? Maybe he had top billing, so they called him the first colored wrestler that wrestled inside of that auditorium. But he didn't win, y'all, because it was 2 out of 3 matches. So I would assume that he won the first match and that he still had to fight 2 more times. So in the 2 more times, he just like, let me just get done. I'm tired, you know. And so he lost the other 2 matches. But he had an appointment to go and meet a promoter the next day, so he could be doing more matches in Louisiana. But anyway, y'all, to finish that story, when they found him, the driver was alive, y'all. The driver survived. And the driver was not my dad. He was only a passenger in a car. One of the women that was in the car was his age, 22. She was from Louisiana. In fact, she was from that very area, because her father said in the paper that he would bury her in their hometown, which was not far from the wreck site. So apparently they introduced her to my dad. And then the other woman that was in the car was the driver's wife. And yes, the driver was also a colored wrestler, or a Negro wrestler. But he wasn't the one that my father had wrestled that day. So anyway, y'all, I don't know if the man had been drinking and had bad reflexes or what. But his story was that some trucks ran him off the road, and so he had no other choice but to hit the ditch. But apparently, he hit the ditch at a high enough speed that he couldn't control the car. So the ditch turned into a tree. And they had to physically take that car off of my father and the 2 women before they could retrieve their bodies. So it's always a value in having more than one story, because now I know some more of what happened. And so at least I know that they didn't drive my dad off the road. Maybe they drove the other dude off the road, or maybe he lost control because of something else. Who knows? It happened around 2-something in the morning. So you know people, y'all, even in the country, instead of them going home and get some rest, people attempt you to go out and party anyway. But anyway, y'all, to come to the angel part of it. When I was a little girl, probably around 5 or 6 maybe, I was small, y'all, And my Uncle Edward, he was small too. And my grandmother, she was there with us. And my mama was driving a car. And my mother was run off the road. And so the car flipped over, according to my mother, 7 times. But the story was better. Nobody died. And I'm wondering, did my dad watch over us and keep us safe? And say, no, nah. I gotta keep going through her. She need to do some stuff. She need to do some stuff. She's just a kid. My grandmother was a living angel that day. She held on to my uncle and me because that was in the days before car seats and seat belts. And so even though we flipped over 7 times and she had glasses on, she didn't let us go. She went to the hospital, and yeah, she was blessed. It had plastic surgeons there that actually repaired her face, even though she was a colored woman. Because sometimes those hospitals in Louisiana didn't take care of everybody. But wherever we had that wreck, they did. So she was able to see, and her face healed, even though she had a lot of scars at first. And even though she had on glasses, she didn't lose her sight. So by knowing that second story, I was like, with my dad dying in a car wreck as a passenger, somehow did he intervene for us not to come to the same fate. That nobody died. Not just the driver survived. We all did. I didn't get a scratch. My uncle didn't get a scratch either. Mother took care of us. She protected us. She didn't even have a second thought but to keep us safe. She wasn't even trying to cover her face or take her glasses off or nothing. She just responded in reflex, like a mother hen, holding us close to her to protect her with her very life. And now that I heard the second story of my dad, with me being a storyteller and I have all these storytelling privileges, I would imagine that my daddy was this big, super bad black angel, and that he covered us with his wings too, to keep us safe, so that I could be here right now giving the story to you, and yeah, you. I was sitting here also with different books. One of them is The Wisdom of the Elders. And no, I didn't even pick out anything before I came out here. I just opened it up, and it opened up to Healing Love. And it's by Della Reese. And guess what, y'all? She was in what? Touched by Angel. One of my favorite shows that was on TV. She was an angel, y'all. She was like the angel supervisor. But anyway, it says, I say that love will cure everything, and people say that that's oversimplifying it. Let me repeat that. I say that love will cure everything, and people say that's oversimplifying it. It's not. It's just that love will cure everything. If I love you, I don't want you hungry because it will make me feel bad. If I love you, I don't want to fight you. If I love you, I don't want to see you raggedy. If I love you, I want you to have the best of everything. So if I'm loving you, I'm not going to fight you, because when I bite you, it hurts me. Della Reese, 1982. Reflections. Singer Della Reese knows firsthand about the truth of her statement. In the late 1980s, the love of family and friends pulled her through a life-threatening illness and supported her in a successful comeback and her entertainment career. Many critics doubted whether she could do it. Her recovery was nothing short of miraculous. The healing powers of love are legendary. When we feel we are deeply loved by those around us, we are transformed by that love. We are emboldened by that love to make deep, significant changes in our lives. We become more than just flesh and bone. Our internal wounds no longer bleed or fester. With love, healthy new tissue is formed, and the old emotional scars vanish. Today, I will open my heart to the healing power of love. You hear that, child? Today, I will open my heart to the healing power of love. Then I had this one too, y'all. I don't know how much I'm going to get to read of it while I'm sitting out here getting some vitamin D from the sun. The Book of Life, Ascension in the Divine World Order by Michael Sharp. What I read from was The Wisdom of the Elders, Inspiring Reflections from the Heart of African American Culture by Robert Fleming. And then I also have out here, y'all, The Way by, I don't even know how to pronounce the person's name, Ron DeLon Gore. I'll just have to show y'all, but sometimes I can't pronounce everybody's name. But anyways, so guys, I hope y'all enjoyed spending some time with me in my garden and listening to my story of my Superman, guardian angel dad, Charles Edward Spencer Jr., and I'm sticking to it unless I got a better story. Because the truth will set y'all free, including me. And even sharing with y'all how my grandmother was my guardian angel from the day I was born. And that because of researching her name, the meaning of Cora, I ended up going to the Gambia and finding the Cora family and ending up being named Stephanie Fali Cora, meaning Stephanie, granddaughter of Cora, one of the oldest family members of the Cora family in the Gambia, of the family that adopted me into their family and kept saying, she's just like Alex Haley. She's just like Alex Haley. And I said, no, not really, because I researched it, because the ancestors sent me there and nobody came with me. I came by myself. I had to tell my own story. I had to film my own self, just like now. Didn't make a documentary or anything. Didn't make a movie. Well, not yet. So until next episode, before these dogs in the neighborhood drown me out, y'all, go out there and have a beautiful and blessed day. Show people some love. I heard from my people of Cora. They was out there planting trees and herbaceous food forests in Jambangeli, the Gambia. They make me so proud and happy, y'all. They some wonderful people in the Gambia that's doing the best to bring themselves to a higher level. We are all one, y'all. We are all one. And I respect and love all of them as I respect and love all of you. Because you are, I am. Peace, peace, power to the people. And I'm out, y'all. Bye.